Hey,
Welcome. Hi, Sam, Miss Felina Katz. We're all doing meow the Netflix movie reviews. We're here again. And Sam has her kitty cat. I don't have any pets this week. I just have this. I'm waiting for winning a best original screenplay, and I'm gonna hold that up forever.
cool.
So you've got your stuff going on. Well, that's good. Well, we're glad you're here, Felina Katz. And
Yeah.
how is your cat doing there? Is it okay?
Yeah, the real one is under my chair. He loves to be close by so he could hear both of us talk.
Oh, I just really would love if one day we could actually see your cat. That's what we're waiting for. We could have a big drum roll and everything when your
Yeah.
pussy is ready to be exposed.
You hear that?
Yeah, but
Rooster, come on out.
yeah, but you're a little girl and he's a big cat, so you have problems dragging him out by the tail, right?
Whoa, he wouldn't like that.
I think you'd be in big trouble. So, yeah, one of these days we'll see what happens. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to get to our Netflix reports. And what I'll do is I'll read one first and go through it quick so then we can hear your elaborate details, which we always love. Okay. Now, the first one, I'm off to a good start, torturing you already. Now,
Elaborate.
yeah, elaborate.
Uh,
You're so elevated. Now, everybody, the first one we watched is The Nice Guys. And this is a 2015 movie. Whoa. And my thing is doing its own thing. And it's a comedy. And if anything the goddess loves, or Miss Felina and Granny Tino love, it's comedy. So this is an action comedy. And it's written and directed by Shane Black, and he's been around for a long time, and I like his work. I used to have a screenplay class years ago, and he was on the panel. So he gives back to the community too, which is nice. Now, this is one of those misfit movies. That's what I like to call them, kind of misfit or a mismatch, and with complete opposites doing their thing. And if ever there were two complete opposites, this is it. But they end up together. They start out as enemies. I mean, Russell Crowe is beating up a poor little old, what is his name? The other one? Oh, Ryan Gosling. It's Russell Crowe and Ryan Gosling. So Russell's beating him up because uh, what happens? Let me read what I wrote. Whoa! Oh my God, Felina's getting sassy and crazy. Whoa, beat him up, Felina. There you go. Beat him up.
yeah,
Uh,
he was a little like nebbish kind of thing.
yeah. Well, they get together for a joint case to find someone who doesn't want to be found. Does anybody ever want to be found when they disappeared? I mean, really. But for these two to end up talking to each other, it's just funny. And Russell Crowe is an enforcer who simply stated he's like the mafia guy that you're going to send to go break somebody's legs if they don't pay you or whatever needs to be done. That's his job. You have to respect the work. some
Yeah.
people Yeah, some people need a little coaxing, right, Felina? Hey, we can't all be like
Oh,
that.
yeah. I
So
grew up with those types.
yeah, you were in
Brooklyn
Brooklyn.
girl.
Yeah, you were in Brooklyn. I was in Jersey. We know some people just have to be handled. Okay. So their relationship begins in a hilarious way. As I said, they get beat up, but I'll tell you, Ryan Gosling, it's a warning. He warns him to stop looking for the person that they end up both looking for. But it's just funny as hell. And you know what? This is a really good movie for everybody to watch when they're kind of in the situation where they would like something to laugh at, because I found myself laughing out loud a lot and frequently. And I like when a movie makes me do that. And it was just crisp dialogue and real chemistry between the two actors, which did surprise me because I didn't think Russell Crowe could have chemistry with anybody.
By himself.
Yeah, exactly. He's kind of, on the
Yeah.
rough side sometimes, but it's an excellent comedy. And I
Mhm.
really did. I was delighted by it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give this 4 fingers because as a comedy, yeah, do that again. I'll, I'll hit you with my thing. Yeah, 4. Because like I said, I'm not a Russell Crowe fan, but I love Ryan Gosling. But together, they really work this perfectly. So that's my opinion on it. So, Felina, my breath is already bated, and you could probably smell it from where you are. So, tell us what's your report about this movie?
Well, the funny thing is, a lot of what you said is basically what I was going to say. So
Wow. Okay.
here we go. It's an action-packed adventure starring Russell Crowe and Ryan Gosling, and it was produced by Joel Silver. I knew him from years ago. He used to be my client,
Send me his
and,
number. I'm looking to get films financed.
and yeah, yeah. Good luck. He was Um, anyway, the scene opens in 1977 Los Angeles with the theme from Shaft. That just killed me.
Do, 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 do.
Just like just careens and goes barreling through his house and has a bad accident with the same model that he was checking out in the porn magazine. Her name was Misty Mountains, and she died at the scene of the accident. Well, Russell Crowe plays Jack Healy, an enforcer that beats up guys who are after pretty young girls, and and they turn them on to drugs and porn. So he meets up with Ryan Gosling, who is a bumbling drunk private investigator and looking for one of the girls that Jack Healy was also looking for. So anyway, they had this fight, and he told him to stop looking for her. And he was not going to look for her, but things changed, and later on they team up and they're both looking for her. And they're also trying to find out why a lot of people in this whole thing that's going on keep turning up dead. Well,
Shocker.
yeah, well, I what I loved was the wild atmosphere, the scenery, the music was fantastic, Earth, Wind, and Fire, and great chemistry with Russell Crowe and Ryan Gosling.
Right? It was
Um,
amazing.
yeah, sort of reminded me of a cross between Boogie Nights and Pulp Fiction a little bit.
Oh, that's a good analogy. I like that. Yeah.
Well, I give it 4.5 tails.
Oh, would you look at the cat getting feisty? Oh, 4.5 tails, and she's playing with her tail. So you heard it right here, folks. I gave it 4 fingers, and Felina gave it 4.5 cattails. So it is a good comedy, and seriously, those kind of comedies are hard to find. So it's really worth watching, and especially if Felina gave it 4.5. I don't think she's ever give anything a 4.5. So we would strongly suggest that you watch that for sure. Good report. I can't even mock you out because wow, that's shocking. Okay, so what we're going to do is skip to the next one, and I'll let you read your report first. And this is The Age of Adaline, made in 2015. And so you tell us about that, and I'll
Yeah,
just comment on that when you're done, because that was another one we want to talk about.
yeah. Okay. The Age of Adaline. This is a mystery drama starring Blake Lively as Adaline Bowman and Harrison Ford as William Jones. Adaline was born in 1908 on New Year's Day. And she happens to escape from a freak accident um, a, a couple of years late. Well, when she's 29, this freak accident causes her to stop aging. It sounds like a
Ooh,
good accident to me.
yeah.
Anyway, at first she was taking care of her young daughter, but as her daughter became older, things got a little strange because the daughter was looking older than the mother. And a lot of people were getting a little suspicious about it.
They
So,
could only look that good for so long.
well, yeah, that's what they thought. So, to avoid trouble, she goes on the run and lives with her dog, refusing to get close to anybody that she comes in contact with. So, she then meets somebody by the name of Ellis Jones, and things get rather complicated in her life. Um, Great performance by Blake Lively. I don't think I've ever seen her really in anything. And Harrison Ford as well, and Ellen Burstyn, who played the daughter as she got older. Also, the camera work and the scenery was excellent, in
It
addition to the
was.
costumes that Blake Lively was wearing. The narration beginning in the beginning explained a bit of the issues surrounding this woman and her all her problems, and that seemed to be a little long, and it kind of got in the way of everything, but it wasn't that necessary. Yeah. And Adeline had a very sweet dog, but missed out on having any cats. A cat or two might have helped her being like, moody, because she seemed moody and sad all the time. I thought the story was different and sort of interesting, but a little strange. So I gave it 4 cattails because
Well, again, that's good for you.
yeah, I liked the scenery so much, and the camera work and all the stuff that was going on.
Yeah, well, that's good. So you gave it four cattails. Now, it was classified as a romantic fantasy, which I really like that title, romantic fantasy. And as I too found it was a really different kind of movie, which truly takes us on a journey about the bumpy road to love. We know all about that, don't we, Felina?
Oh yeah.
Very bumpy because she had it even stranger than we did because she had that accident and left her at 27. Now, everybody would assume that it's wonderful to be 27 forever, but it really isn't for reasons that you stated. Other people age and you're not, and flags do go up about that. So,
Oh yeah.
and that's why it's worth watching because she does kind of different things. But what happens is the movie is an amazing concept because I think you told plenty about it, and everybody should watch it to see the conclusion because it has a lot of twists and turns that are so worth seeing. And
Yeah.
the movie is an amazing concept, and the actors, they are perfect. And what they did was the way this was executed, they really created a believable story. They really were able to suspend the disbelief in this one. And that's what I like is a good story. Everything made sense within the kind of story it was. So that was wonderful. And what I did is I am giving this a 4 as well. I had given it a 4 and 4 fingers. So Felina gave it 4 cattails. I gave it 4 fingers. And that's because it really is worth seeing. So there's 2 Netflix movies, everybody, that's very worth seeing. Now, before we go, Felina, I'm just going to give everybody a PS on this because I've been cheating on Netflix. Everybody, I have to let you know, I've been watching Peacock sometimes. And in fact, I had asked Felina to watch a movie because I thought it was Netflix. And she said, no, I can't find it. So when I looked again, well, it's on Peacock. So if you have an opportunity to hop over to Peacock, it's called Them, They. And yes, those are the new pronouns that they're using for people. And now, despite not being a Netflix movie, this was really good. And what I want to say about it is that Kevin Bacon, I've never seen a movie made that Kevin Bacon did that wasn't good and compelling. Kevin Bacon makes really good movies, and he's in this. And it takes us back to a time, it's a camp all these kids go to that are gay and transgender and bisexual. And, I have to, the reason I'm talking about this is because it really opened my eyes because I've been a little bit insensitive and just, oh, hey, if you got a penis, you're a boy. And if you're, but the fact is, all teenagers have a hard time And these days, they're coming from parents and grandparents that did drugs. There's a lot of cellular damage that happens to people when people who have children, and it does alter what they're going through. So this movie really shows the struggles and a good story. And all they want is respect while they go through and navigate their way. So, everybody, if you get a chance to get over to Peacock, go see Them They with Kevin Bacon. It's really good. I just had to give a shout out to that, Felina. And I'm sorry I tortured you with telling you it was a Netflix movie, but that was a compliment to the movie because Netflix has such wonderful movies. And on that happy note, Felina, let your cat say goodbye. It's time for us to say goodbye, everybody. Those are our Netflix. Yes, and take care. And we shall see you again soon. And everybody, support your immune system and watch Netflix. You'll be glad you did. Bye, Felina.
Bye.
Everybody.
See you soon.
I hope so.
Mhm.